Hi everyone, this is Coach Jane and I'm here to give you a little tutorial on how the Challenge Tracker app works and what the process will be for Rock Your Strong. So the first step that will happen is your coach will send you an invitation which will come through your Beachbody email, and it will appear in your email looking like this, your invitation to join our group. So we're going to click on that. So I didn't put much of a message in here. This may be more there may be more information, but this one I just, for example purposes, I just did it really simple. So in this app, you're going to see an introduction, and it's going to tell you, because most of you will not have the app, it will show you how to download it, okay? I'm not going to do that right now because I happen to have the app, but if you were new to this program and did not have the app, you would see here that it takes you through exactly how to get the app. That would happen on an iPhone, and it would also happen on an Android. You would also be able to do this on your iPad. I am doing this on my phone right now. So if you don't have the app, follow through the process, okay? So now, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go into the My Challenge Tracker app. Hopefully it will just pull mine up. And it did not. So I'm just going to show it to you in a different version. So this is what you would walk through if you were new to it. You can see download the iOS app or download the Android app, okay? So that you would do for your purposes. So right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into my Challenge Tracker app. Sorry, I have another one going here. I'm going to see what will happen is when you get invited to a new group, because I happen to be in another group, you will get an invite that looks like this when you open up the app after you download it. View invite. So I'm going to view the invite. Did that work? Sorry. And see, it's going to come to this page. Hi Jane, welcome to your challenge group. I happen to have a picture in there. Yours would have no picture because you haven't got in the app yet. So we're going to go through what it would look like. So it's going to say get started. So we're going to hit get started. And now at this point, I love this page because this is where you have an opportunity to put goals, okay? So if you're working with this with your daughter, obviously, you would put in there what your guys' goals are, and this is something that you should discuss, both of you, together. It could be something like, you know, my goals are to feel healthier and stronger. You know, those are great, and maybe the way that you're going to do that is by checking in every day on the app and drinking my Shakeology every day. So those would be great ways for you to put an example goal in there. What is your goal, and then how are you going to achieve it, okay? So this is a great thing to stimulate conversation, and that's what this program is about. So then I'm not going to put anything in there right now. You're going to take time doing that. We're going to hit continue. Now, oops, oh, it doesn't like that I didn't put anything in there. So we're just going to put a couple languages in there, little letters in there. We're going to hit continue because now it thinks that I did this. Now, this I want to talk to you about, okay? We are not in this group to emphasize weight or measurements, okay? So in this screen, when it says add before photo, okay, this is really not about our Rock Your Strong, what our goals are. So we obviously, one of our goals is to make these girls feel empowered. We do not want to focus on measurements or weight. So in this screen, we would hit skip. And it's important that you maybe have that conversation with your daughter, or your mentor has your conversation with the girl that they're working with, or the friend. You know, we are not focusing on weight or measurements. We're focusing on how we feel and getting stronger, okay? Now, in here, the next, so I hit skip, by the way. If you didn't see what I did, up here I hit skip, okay? So here, workout program, what we would select probably here is you're just going to select Beachbody On Demand, All Access. Whoops. Sorry, I selected that wrong. you would select Beachbody On Demand All Access. This doesn't really matter, but for the purposes of putting something in there. And then Shakeology flavor, I typically just will check my favorite, which is cafe latte. Now you know something about me. Sorry, it's hard for you to see that. So I selected cafe latte. Other nutritionals, don't even worry about that. Reminders, that's to remind you to check in if you haven't remembered. And mine is at 5 p.m. just to make sure that my day doesn't get away from me. Sorry, this is hard for you to see. So I'm going to hit continue, which is at the bottom of the screen right there. Activities, notes, and photos, before and after photos. So this is just what your coach can see. We're not even going to worry about this. Obviously, activity notes, yes, you want to keep that checked. The other stuff, don't even worry about it. So we're going to hit done, which is on the bottom of the screen. I just selected done. So that's what the coach would share it with, okay? So now you are basically in the challenge, okay? So you are in the challenge right now. There's nothing in this challenge because it hasn't started. There's a couple other screens I just want to show you in here, which would be this little bar up here, this three bar thing up in the left-hand corner. This is where you can go to settings. This is where you would set up your time zone because sometimes that gets goofed up. And then push notifications. That's just like you would have in any program, which is just basically mine are on, which means when somebody posts in there that it's going to alert me, okay? Profile, this is where you could put your picture and your name. We could do, you know, Jane and Maddie Westrike if I'm doing it with my daughter, okay? We could do a cute little picture of us together if we wanted, okay? So that's there. View your checklist. Right now, that's just going over what we have entered. Once again, we're not going to worry about before photo, we're not going to worry about starting weight, and we're not going to worry about measurements. So this has kind of been long. Hopefully this helps. We'll give some other ones as we move forward, but I wanted to give you a little look into what the setup is. Once again, we are focusing on how we feel and how strong we're getting and, you know, empowering one another and our words for the day, but we are not focusing on the weight or the measurements. This is about empowering one another and feeling amazing. Thanks.